right. Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim out here pushing this word in sincerity, truth, and faith. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners, and shalom to the few Akwath that's out here listening in all humility. I have another lesson, and I'm going to entitle it, Blessed is the Man that Endureth Temptation. Okay, because when you come into this truth, you're going to be faced with a lot of temptation, okay, and you have to be ready for that, okay, because the ones that Satan already has, the men that he already have, he don't have to do anything to get them. He already has them. So there's no plotting, there's nothing, okay? There's nothing he have to do. He's worried about the ones that he don't have. And when you come into this truth, then Satan desires to sift you out of it, okay? So you have to prepare yourself, okay? You have to assume a righteous mindset, okay? You have to assume a righteous mindset, and you have to stay there on, okay? You have to get a seat of righteousness and sit in it, okay? And let that be your dwelling place, okay? And if you get knocked out of it, you get up and you get back in it, okay? What the scripture says, a righteous man falls 7 times, but he gets back up, okay? So it doesn't matter, all right? Because we're all in this flesh. There was but one that was perfect in his life, and that was when Yahweh Shai was Yahweh Shai, okay? Even Yahweh Shai in his other incarnation, he wasn't perfect, okay? He was just like us. But him as Yahweh Shai, he was perfect, okay? So we are all tempted, all right? But we have to keep the faith that the Lord will deliver us from the temptation, deliver us from evil, okay? So I want to read James. I like to read chapters. Y'all know that already. I want to read James chapter 1, all right? This is James chapter 1, and it starts, James, a servant of the Most High and the Lord, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, right? Because you know now the Lord is dealing with you, okay? It says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Okay, and that patience is what? What is patience? Suffering. Okay, like the Lord suffered, we're going to have to suffer. The servant is not greater than the master. It says, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. And if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraid it not, and it shall be given him. So you have to ask the Most High for wisdom, okay, for you to be wise in this thing. But let him ask in faith, all right? You have to believe that the Most High is going to give it to you, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. Okay, you don't want to be like the man that's tossed with diverse doctrines. Okay, you hear this, oh, I believe this. You hear that, oh, I believe that. No. All right? It says, for let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Yeah, you have to know what you believe. You got to know who taught it to you, okay? We understand where we get this truth from. We understand that we were taught by the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and who they got the truth from. And they've been going in this thing over 40 years now. Okay? And haven't wavered. And been going strong. Okay? It says, let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted, but the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away. Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to be dependent on your riches and thinking that since you're rich, you're a rich man, that somehow you're gonna get saved because you're rich. Okay, the scripture says that riches profits nothing in the day of judgment, man. Your treasure is supposed to be in heaven. Okay? This word is supposed to be your treasure. For the sun is no sooner risen with the burning heat, but it withereth the grass, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. Exactly. So you can't depend on that. Like I said, your riches have to be these scriptures, okay? Your riches have to be stored up in heaven, where no man or no thief can break through and steal, okay? Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. And that's what we want. That's what we're fighting for, that crown of life, man. We're fighting to get saved out of the perils that's coming. Jacob's troubles, the annihilation of this place, the 200,000 horsemen, which represents the 200 million ICBM missile warheads that's going to hit this place and destroy it. We want to be out of that, man. Okay, we don't want no part of that. That's smoke from the Most High. Okay. It says, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. Exactly. All right. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Yeah, when you start thinking about the lust of your heart, then you get tempted to do it. But the scripture's about that. I don't have to say it. Let the scripture say it. It says, then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. See? It says, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brethren. Yeah, don't err, man. Okay? Keep yourself far away from sin, man. All right? It says, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights. Okay? With whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Right, his word, his truth is straightforward, man. Okay? It says, of his own will begat he us with the word of truth. Okay, read that again. Of his own will begat he us with the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. Lord willing, we are those guys, man. Okay? Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. These are instructions, man. Okay, on how to obtain that salvation. Okay? It says, For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. Okay? For he beholdeth himself, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. Okay? And that's what you don't want to do. Okay? You want to maintain self-identity as being one who's walking with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in righteousness. Okay? It said, but whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. Exactly. If any man among you seem to be religious, and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man religion is vain. Okay? And you got groups out here doing that all the time, man. That's exactly who they are and what they do. Okay? It says, pure religion and undefiled before the Most High and the Father is this. It says God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. Yeah, that's our goal, to keep ourselves unspotted from the world, man. All right, so, you know, blessed is he who is not, how did it go? Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. All right, so we have to endure this thing, man, until the end. So Lord willing, it was edifying. Until the next time, shalom.